Hi, Maria. How are you doing today?
Hi, Alex. I'm doing well, thank you. How about you?
I'm good, thanks. I was thinking about how we could practice our English more effectively. Maybe we could have conversations on different topics every day?
That's a great idea. It will help us learn new vocabulary and get comfortable speaking. What should we talk about today?
How about we start with hobbies? It's a simple topic, and we can both share what we like to do in our free time.
Sounds perfect. I'll go first. One of my favorite hobbies is painting. I find it very relaxing and it allows me to express my creativity. What about you?
That's interesting. I enjoy playing the guitar. I started learning when I was in high school, and it has been a passion ever since. What kinds of paintings do you usually create?
I mostly do landscapes and abstract art. I love using bright colors to bring my ideas to life. Do you play any particular genre of music on your guitar?
I mostly play rock and blues. I find those genres really enjoyable and challenging. Speaking of music, have you ever considered incorporating music into your painting sessions?
Actually, yes. I often listen to music while painting. It helps me get into the right mood. Do you ever play the guitar while watching something, like a movie or a TV show?
Sometimes, I do. It's a good way to practice casually. By the way, have you read any interesting books lately?
Yes, I just finished reading To Kill a Mockingbird. It's such a powerful story with important themes. Have you read it?
I have. It's one of my favorites. The characters are so well developed and the story is very moving. Do you have any recommendations for what I should read next?
If you like classics, you might enjoy Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. It's a wonderful story with a lot of witty dialogue. How about movies? Have you watched any good ones recently?
I watched Inception last weekend. It was mind-bending. The plot was so intricate and kept me on the edge of my seat. Have you seen it?
Yes, I have. It's one of those movies you need to watch more than once to fully understand. What did you think of the ending?
It was quite ambiguous. I like to believe that it was a happy ending, but the director left it open to interpretation. What's your take on it?
I think the ambiguity is what makes it special. It allows viewers to come up with their own conclusions. Moving on, have you ever traveled to another country? How was the experience?
I've been to France a couple of times. The culture, food, and architecture are amazing. I especially loved visiting the museums in Paris. Have you traveled much?
I've been to Italy. The history and the food were incredible. I loved visiting the ancient ruins and trying authentic Italian cuisine. If you could visit any country, where would you go next?
I'd love to visit Japan. The blend of traditional and modern culture fascinates me. Plus, I'm a big fan of Japanese food. How about you?
Japan is on my list too. But I think my next destination would be Australia. I'd love to see the Great Barrier Reef and explore the outback. Speaking of which, do you enjoy outdoor activities?
Yes, I love hiking and camping. Being in nature is very refreshing. Do you have any favorite outdoor activities?
I enjoy hiking too, especially in the mountains. The views are always worth the effort. Have you ever tried any extreme sports?
I've tried rock climbing a few times. It's thrilling but also quite challenging. Have you ever done anything extreme?
I went skydiving once. It was the most exhilarating experience of my life. I was terrified at first, but once I jumped, it was pure adrenaline. Would you ever try skydiving?
I think I would. It sounds both terrifying and exciting. It would be a great way to conquer my fear of heights. How did you feel after you landed?
I felt a huge sense of accomplishment. It was like I could do anything after that. It's an experience I'll never forget. What's one thing you've done that made you feel that way?
Finishing my first marathon gave me a similar feeling. The training was tough, but crossing the finish line made it all worth it. Have you ever thought about running a marathon?
I have, but I'm not sure if I have the stamina for it. Maybe I'll start with a half marathon. It sounds like a great personal challenge. Any tips for a beginner?
Start with a consistent training plan and gradually increase your distance. It's important to listen to your body and not push too hard too fast. Also, make sure to stay hydrated and eat well. What's your favorite way to stay fit?
I enjoy yoga and Pilates. They help me stay flexible and strong. Plus, they're great for relieving stress. Do you do any other forms of exercise besides running?
I do a bit of weightlifting and swimming. They complement running well and help me stay balanced. Speaking of balance, how do you balance work and leisure?
I try to keep a clear schedule and set aside specific times for relaxation and hobbies. It's important to unwind and not let work take over. How do you manage your time?
I use a planner to organize my tasks and set priorities. It helps me stay focused and ensures I make time for the things I enjoy. Do you have any techniques for staying productive?
I use the Pomodoro technique. It involves working for 25 minutes and then taking a 5-minute break. It keeps me from getting too tired and helps maintain my concentration. Have you heard of it?
Yes, I've tried it before. It's quite effective. Breaks are important to avoid burnout. Well, this has been a great conversation, Maria. I feel like we've covered a lot of ground and learned a lot.
I agree, Alex. It's been really helpful and fun. Let's do this again soon.
Definitely. Have a great day, Maria.
You too, Alex. Talk to you later.